What's going down, guys? TFORTOM here, and today I'm bringing you yet another pathway to creator class. Except instead of using the MP5K default class, I'm using the M16 one. Because I wanted to do something different. And I haven't used the M16 in a while. This score is a lot more impressive than the previous one. Well, the previous pathway to creator class. If I wanted an amazing score, you can go look at my flawless org. Is it org? Yes, my flawless org match. If you haven't seen it yet, go spoil yourself with a delightful score. I don't know if you'll enjoy it as much as I did, but I enjoyed it because it was my best score to date. Anyway, M16. This gun plays differently from any other gun in the game, and that's including the G11. While they both are burst fire weapons, they are completely different in how you actually can use them. You see, the M16 doesn't have the massive clip that the G11 has, nor does it have the large fire rate. By fire rate, I mean actually, is fire rate the correct term? Actually, I'd say fire cap. How fast you can actually pull a trigger, within, the game to respond. How can I say this? Let's say if you pull the trigger, you can shoot 3 bursts in 3 seconds with the M16. You might be able to do it in 2 seconds with 3 bursts with the G11. If you understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, just ignore me. I ramble a bit. Anyway, the G11 also has a smaller hip fire, which means it's a lot better suited to close range, and the extended mag attachment, I guess you could call it for the G11, because, well, it's not really an attachment, it's there by default, is also a lot more beneficial. But what the M16 does do that the G11 doesn't, it actually has, much further damage. I don't know how to put it. You're more likely to kill someone in 3 bursts at a longer range with the M16 than you would G11. So it plays a lot more like a sniper rifle, but it is actually an assault rifle, than the G11 does. And for that reason, you could probably call it a snassault rifle. S-N-A-S-S-A-U-L-T. Try say that word, it's difficult. You heard me try and I obviously failed. Anyway, you actually see me calling my Cobra, and it actually doesn't do many favours, because I should have paid attention early and saw that my care package got shot down by a bloody SAM torrent. They're good kill streaks, SAM torrents that is. I don't really use them much, but I do if I want to get some extra points. But I actually hold off calling in my ones later on, and you'll see why. I play very conservatively when I use the M16, much more so than I would any other gun, because I'm more of a rusher. I like using submachine guns, fully automatic weapons, and shotguns here and there. LMGs I occasionally use, not often, and if I do, it's usually the Stoner 43 or the M60, I think it's called. But with the M16, you basically, I know I've said it before, you have to go around the edge of the map, but especially with this gun, because of its, poor close range capabilities, you're going to get screwed over, and I just got killed by a rocket-propelled grenade. I couldn't really do anything, but whatever, you'll see me go back. I'll get my revenge. Those campers at Pride Rock will get some, because that's what I do. I go back and kill people. But anyway, I try and avoid getting into confrontations where I know I'm going to lose. And, oh, a nice little triple there, wasn't it? I knifed. Whenever you get a triple, it's customary to knife, because it just proves how awesome you are. It does, it's fact. Anyway, as I was saying, I do play very cautiously, and with the M16, the good thing about it, if I actually wasn't using a default class, I actually wouldn't be using Scavenger. I think I would either go for Ghost, even though, well, actually, it's not really a problem. It's more people just get angry at Ghost because there's nothing else to compare to it, so they say. But I'd probably actually go for Flak Jacket, because if I get into a situation where I've got a good sniping spot, I guess you could put it, or if you want to be really drastic, a camping spot, I can actually survive those grenade things, and I can run through buildings, and that's why Flak Jacket's useful. I would use Sleight of Hand though, just so I can look down sights better, and a good attachment for the M16 is actually the ACOG scope. You might be wondering, oh, but ACOG scope increases recoil. Not with the M16, it doesn't. You see, when you shoot the 3 burst, it shoots 3 bullets, and those bullets travel in sort of a certain pattern, and that spread is sort of how the recoil is, and the tighter your spread, the more likely your bullets are going to land on target where your crosshair is pointed, or crosshair? Aim down sights. Your iron sights are pointed. But with the ACOG scope, it actually tightens the spread, so you're much more likely to actually get that one burst kill. And that is crucial when using a gun like this, because you don't want the enemy to turn around and try and kill you, especially if they're using like the FAMAS or something, and that can be really disappointing. I actually refrained, as I mentioned earlier, I refrained from calling in my kill streaks because I didn't want them to get shot down by the SAM turret, and it actually benefits me in the long run. I call in my chopper gunner first, and then I call in my SAM turret, my care package, just so that the SAM turret itself would actually have two things to shoot at if it was still active, and I basically wanted my care package, so if it was shooting at my chopper, it's not going to shoot my care package, and I'll be able to pick up my care package, and I'm glad I do, because it is a gunship. I love gunships. Arguably much better than dogs. Well, they get you more kills, but they can be shot down. So, you know, it's win-win sort of thing to go. But with the M16, the playstyle I use here, as I was saying, it's not overly aggressive, but it is very, I don't know, confronting would be a word. Basically, I'm always in the enemy's face, but I'm at a safe distance. I'm in a safe situation where I always have the advantage. And if you honestly want to do really well in Call of Duty, and it's in team games, team deathmatch, just the ones where you're trying to get a kill, that's what you got to do. You got to play really conservatively, but aggressively at the same time, as I am with the M16. And that's actually how you can get some really good scores. And you actually see me make a tactical decision. Instead of actually shooting that guy, I go around the corner, well, around the rock, and I actually knife his friend. That way I avoid getting killed unnecessarily, and I'm still able to call in my gunship, which I spend quite a bit of time trying to find a good place to call it in. Because, I don't know, I was trying to get on top of these, what would you call them? Cardboard boxes? Boards? Something? Anyway, I just want a safe place. And I'll speed this up because no one seems to like these. Anyway, to actually do well in a deathmatch situation, these tactics are really, really valuable. Like, just observing this gameplay, you can see why. But I don't actually employ these a lot because I'm more of a rusher. I like to have sort of more fun in this game. This game is for fun for me, not really like, I don't know, serious nature. But if you want to do well, use this strategy. I think that's it for this weapon. This weapon? What am I talking about? This, I don't know. This commentary. My Pathway to Creator class version 2 is complete. If you like my stuff, show me your love, and I will see you later.